Now screen is fully visible or just partially visible? Screen is fully visible or partially visible? अरे आवाज येत नाहीये का? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Screen is fully visible or partially visible?
Full visible, sir.
Okay. Okay. So okay, so we have started this nuclear reactor. As everybody knows that we have started this one. Okay, so which fuel we are using in the nuclear reactor for the operation? Which fuel we are using?
Uranium.
Absolutely right. The fuel which we are using, that is nothing but the uranium. Okay, so what is the function of moderator? Can anybody tell us what is the function of moderator? आपण डिस्कस केलेला आहे in the previous lecture. We have discussed this. Just I am revising it within a 5 minutes. Why? Because students are still joining. That's why I am revising it. What is the function of a moderator? Can I tell now? It slows down the energy of a neutron which involved in the process of the nuclear reaction. Everybody got this one? Then what is the reflector? What is the function of a reflector now? What is the function of reflector now? Okay, what happens? Some of the neutrons are not going to participate in the nuclear reaction. So what that reflector is going to do? Whatever the neutrons which is not going to participate, that is going to reflected in this particular core with the help of this reflector. Then control rod. What is the function of control rod? To controls the nuclear reactions. Okay, I have already told you control rod is generally made up of the cadmium or graphite. How they are going to control the reaction? How they are going to control the reactions? Okay, see, whatever the neutrons which is going to generated in the nuclear fission or fusion process, that neutrons are going to accepted or absorbed by this particular control rods, and it will it will control the nuclear reaction. Then coolant. What is the function of coolant? I have already told you to increase the temperature of this particular whatever the steam generated. And radiation shield. What is the radiation shield? We have to protect all the apparatus, because whatever the radioactive elements are there, they are going to participate in this particular nuclear reaction. So what happens? As it is hazardous, or it will cause the different impact on this environment. That's why what we have to do, radiation shield is used for the protection of that particular radioactive elements, which that should not be harmful to the environment, or you can say your whole surrounding. These are the nuclear reactor. Now what into the today's lecture, what we are going to do? We are going to study the types of nuclear reactor. Okay, see, in every nuclear all our things are same. Means that moderator is there, then control rods are there, but just a minute, I had a call. Okay, so sorry for the interruption. See, the first type of this nuclear reactor is nothing but this AGR. Okay, auxiliary gas reactor. Now the operation of each and every nuclear reactor is same. There is nothing difficulty in this particular types of the nuclear reactor. Just what is that? There is a difference in the construction of this particular nuclear reactor. The operation of each and every nuclear reactor is same. Okay, now see what is that AGR. See here, you can see this particular 2 points. Okay, what is that? These particular 2 points, this one is the first point and this one is the second
Hello,
point.
sir. Screen change झालं नाही.
Whether it is not visible, AGR, whether AGR is not visible. Okay, now I will just stop this one. I will stop sharing. Now I am sharing this one. Now whether it is visible? Now whether it is visible? Hello?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, whether it is fully visible or partially visible?
Fully visible.
Okay, no problem. Now see here, in this particular AGR, these particular 2 points were present there. Okay, now what is in this particular AGR? We are using carbon dioxide gas, that is CO2. That's why its name is given as auxiliary gas reactor. Okay, what it's going to do? It will help us for the process of that particular nuclear reaction, but sometimes what happens, it will also help to control this particular nuclear reactions. Okay, now see here, all things are same here. These control rods are present here. Okay, but what is this particular point is there, this particular, you can see, this is called as, whatever this particular point is there, this is the stainless steel pressure part. Okay, this is the stainless steel pressure part which is surrounded by this RCC structure. Okay, हे जे काय आहे, जे कडेला तुम्हाला दिसतंय, whatever this you are seeing here, this is the RCC structure. Okay, now remaining function is same. These are nothing but the what? Control rod. These are nothing but the fuels where these are nothing but the core part where this particular nuclear reaction is going to take place. And what is the importance here? Here from these two sides, we are going to put up this water through this particular heat exchanger, and what happens? In this particular core, the nuclear reaction takes place, and whatever the steam generated is there, that we are going to take away from the other side of this particular what I can say, this particular pipeline, where you can say it is nothing but the heat exchanger. म्हणजे आता इथे काय होतं actually auxiliary gas reactor. What happens? Whatever the water is there that we are going to circulate it through this particular heat exchanger, the nuclear reaction is going to take place in this particular core, and as nuclear reaction is going to take place, heat is going to be generated, which is utilized in order to convert this water into steam, and that particular water is going to take away from this particular point which is shown here. It is connected to both sides. It is connected to here also, and it is connected to the here also. Means that's why they have shown two part here. This is the first part, and this is nothing but the second part. From here side also we are going to press the water, and from this side also we are going to press the water, and as soon as the whatever the steam which is required in order to insert that steam on this particular turbine, we are going to convey, or we are going to take this steam from this other side of this particular heat exchanger. Okay, now whatever the previous structure we have seen, okay, whatever the previous structure we have seen, see, just a minute, whatever the previous structure, this is the typical nuclear reactor. Whether screen has been changed now? Whether screen has been changed? No.
Yes, sir.
Okay, this is the typical structure of this particular nuclear reactor. Now, as far as this particular type is there, just it is modified, and what they have just why the name is given gas reactor. Okay, here the gas which is used here, that is nothing but the CO2, carbon dioxide gas, which will help in the nuclear reaction. Only for that purpose only the name is given as the gas reactor. The remaining functions of this particular reactor is same. What it going to do in the nuclear reactors? All nuclear reactions related to the particular nuclear fission or fusion is going to take place in this particular nuclear reactor, and whatever the steam generated which we are going to utilize for this particular, what I can say, to drive this particular turbine. Okay, त्यामुळे आता ज्यावेळेस तुम्हाला एक्झाम मध्ये विचारतील, whenever they will going to ask the question that write a short note on this particular nuclear reactor, when they will say that write short note on the nuclear reactor, what you have to do? You have to just draw this particular our nuclear reactor diagram, and you have to explain all this point. But as when they will say that write down the or write short note on different types of nuclear reactor, that time you have to use this particular, or you have to write this particular 3 types of the nuclear reactor, that is AGR. Now we can see the next type, PWR. Can anybody tell me the long form? Pressure water reactor. Okay, now see in different the name of this particular reactors are there. They are given based on their function. त्याचं फंक्शन काय आहे त्याच्यावरून त्यांनी काय दिलेलं आहे, त्याचं पर्टिक्युलर नाव दिलेलं आहे. ओके, जस्ट अ मिनिट. Okay, what happens? So today admission process of first year is there, some students are calling me. Okay, so what is the PWR long form? Pressurized water reactor. Okay, so in this particular pressurized water reactor, what happens? Pressurized water reactor is a nuclear reactor. See, a pressurized water reactor is a nuclear reactor in which obviously process is the same. Okay, what happens? Whatever the water is there, that is heated by the nuclear reactor, but it is kept at high pressure. Okay, it is kept at high pressure. Okay, now we will understand where it going to be kept at the high pressure. See here The fuel element which is also going to be we used in this particular pressurized water reactor, that is nothing but Cr, which is that fuel which is shown here, which is nothing but the uranium dioxide. Okay, which fuel we are using? Uranium dioxide. Okay, now see, whatever this vessel is there, this is the steel pressure vessel. Okay, whatever this vessel which you are seeing, that is the steel pressure vessel. Okay, and whatever this whole arrangement is there, this is called as the pressurizer. Whatever this arrangement is there, this arrangement is there, this is called as the pressurizer. Now see what happens in this particular pressurizer. Whatever the pressure is there, that is going to be increased, which will help to generate the steam. प्रोसेस सगळी सेमच होणार आहे. काय होणार आहे? फ्युएल एलिमेंट तिथे असणार आहे. तुमचा फ्युएल एलिमेंट काय होणार आहे? तुमचं युरेनियम डायऑक्साइड असल्यामुळे देयर इज अ न्यूक्लिअर व्हॉट आय कॅन से न्यूक्लिअर फ्युजन रिएक्शन इज गोइंग टू टेक्स प्लेस. ओके, न्यूक्लिअर फ्युजन रिएक्शन झाल्यामुळे ते पर्टिक्युलर न्यूट्रॉन्स होणार आहे, त्याच्यानुसार एनर्जी जनरेट होणार आहे. बट व्हॉट एव्हर दिस प्रेशरायझर इज देअर, दॅट इज युज्ड फॉर दी increase the pressure, and that increase the pressure which helps here in order to generate the steam at high temperature. And whatever the steam is there, that steam is going to be inserted on this particular turbine, which will drive the alternator and which will generate the electricity. Okay, now see here, whatever the heat exchanger is there, okay, whatever the heat exchanger is there, whatever the water which we are going to pass to this particular heat exchanger, after its whole operation, that water is again utilized in order to provide that water during the process of nuclear fission and nuclear fusion. ओके, म्हणजे इथे काय करतो आपण? वॉटर पण वापरतोय. ओके, वॉटर पण वापरतोय, पण त्याचं वॉटरचं जे काय प्रेशर आहे ते कशामुळे इन्क्रीज केलं जात आहे? ड्यू टू दिस पर्टिक्युलर प्रेशरायझर. Okay, what happens due to this particular pressurizer? So pressurizer, what it's going to do? It will increase the pressure, and due to that, what happens? That whatever the steam is going to be generated, that is utilized for the operation of this particular turbine. Okay, just only difference is we are using the pressurized here. Here also steel pressure vehicle. In the previous one also we have seen the pressure vehicle, or you can say a stainless steel pressure vehicle. We have seen this one. Okay, here is also that particular what I can say, this vessel is there. Which vessel is there? See, whatever this vessel is there, this is also a steel pressure vehicle. Okay, or you can say stainless steel pressure vessel. Now see here in this, sorry, AGR, gas reactor, this is a outer side is nothing but the pressure vehicle. Now here also this steel pressure vehicle is shown here. Okay, now pressure vehicle is everywhere, but what just function is going to be different, what it's going to do and what it's not going to do. Okay, now see, I have stopped this scene screen. Now whether screen is fully visible or partially visible?
Fully visible.
Okay, now see, you can remind just what I can say, you can remind just operation what is going to be happen in this particular pressure water reactor. Okay, you can read it in the note, what I can say, in our notebook. It's very easy, but what you have to remind, you have to remind this particular diagram of this particular nuclear reactor, AWR, PWR, BWR. Okay, pressurized water reactor, auxiliary water, sorry, what is that? See here, AWR, auxiliary, AGR, auxiliary gas reactor, PWR, and last this particular point, that is nothing but the BWR, that is nothing but the boiler water reactor. Okay, that is nothing but the boiler water reactor. So here, as the name itself suggests, that whatever the boiling water is there, that water is going to be utilized in order to generate the steam. Okay, in order to generate the steam. But here see, whatever this particular steel pressure vehicle, तुम्हाला हे जे steel pressure vehicle दिसते इथं, हे जे काय तुम्हाला steel pressure vehicle दिसते, this steel pressure vehicle is going to be halfly filled with the water and it is halfly empty. Okay, it is halfly filled with the water and this is halfly empty. So what happens whenever we are going to pass the water from here to this particular nuclear core? What happens here? This particular nuclear reaction is going to take place, and due to this particular nuclear reaction, the temperature of this particular water is going to be increased, which will be, whenever temperature will going to increase, it is in the boiled state. And at that time, what happens? Due to this boiling, whatever the steam is a generator or whatever the heat is going to be produced, that is utilized for this particular generation of the steam. Okay, just a minute. Okay, what name it going to be suggest? Boiling water reactor. What is going to do in this particular boiling water reactor? Whatever the water is going to there, that is going to supplied to this particular half filled nuclear reactor or this particular station steel pressure vessel. What happens here? The nuclear reaction is going to take place, and whatever the boiled water is there, that is used to generate the steam, which is going to transfer or which is going to insert it on this particular turbine in order to generate the electricity. Okay, same operation is same. You can consider any nuclear reactor. The operation of each and every nuclear reactor, its motto behind it is same. Just what we have to do, as its name is going to be appeared there, what we have to do, we have to write the short note based on that particular name of the reactor. What is that? What is the name of this particular reactor? Auxiliary gas reactor, pressure water reactor, and boiling water reaction. Pressurized, whatever this particular W is there, everywhere it stands for the pressurized water reactor and boiling water reactor. तुम्हाला जर आता एक्झाम मध्ये क्वेश्चन विचारला, जर तुम्हाला एक्झाम मध्ये क्वेश्चन कसा येणार आहे, हाऊ द क्वेश्चन विल गोइंग टू अपियर इन टू द एक्झाम, दे विल से दॅट राईट अ शॉर्ट नोट ऑन different types of the nuclear reactor. काय क्वेश्चन विचारणार आहेत त्यांनी एक्झाम मध्ये, राईट शॉर्ट नोट ऑन डिफरंट टाइप्स ऑफ द न्यूक्लियर रिएक्टर. And if they said that write short note on nuclear reactor, what you have to do, whatever our previous diagram is there, that diagram you have to draw and you have to explain each and every part from this particular nuclear reactor. But when they will ask that write down the different types of the nuclear reactor, that time you have to write this particular three types: AWR, PWR, sorry, AGR, PWR, and BWR. Got it, everyone?
Yes, sir.
Okay, now see the another important part that we need to consider here, and which is the very important part, is that how we are going to dispose the nuclear waste. I have already told you what is that. As see, in every particular nuclear reaction, radioactive elements are going to be involved. Okay, now this particular radioactive elements are there. These are somewhat hazardous to this particular environment. What's our duty? We have to dispose that particular nuclear waste in such manner that it will not affect the particular environment that much easily. म्हणजे आपण ते आपल्याला डिस्पोज करताना असं करायचे आहेत की ते व्हॉट एव्हर दी एन्व्हायरमेंट आहे त्याला जास्त त्याचा अफेक्ट नाही झाला पाहिजे. बघा आता इथं बघा, तुम्ही बघा द लो लेवल वेस्ट. आता आपण डिस्पोजल बद्दल बोलतोय, काय म्हणते, द लो लेवल वेस्ट विच इन्क्लूड्स मटेरियल that are used to handle the nuclear material such as radiation suits or laboratory equipment. आता जे लो लेवल वेस्ट आहे, जे काय न्यूक्लिअर आपलं पॉवर प्लांट आहे, लो लेवल वेस्ट. आता लो लेवल वेस्ट म्हणजे कुठले, जे की रेडिएशन सूट्स आहेत किंवा लॅबोरेटरी इक्विपमेंट आहेत, म्हणजे व्हॉट एव्हर दी पर्सन्स विच आर वर्किंग देअर, ओके, त्यांनी जे काय सूट्स घातलेले आहेत प्रोटेक्शन करण्यापासून, कशापासून, रेडिएशन पासून, किंवा जे लॅबोरेटरी इक्विपमेंट आहेत जे की आपण कंटिन्युअसली वर्किंग मध्ये वापरत आहोत, ते कसे आपण डिस्पोज करतोय बघा. दे आर नॉर्मली स्टोर्ड अप टू दी 15 इयर्स इन दी सिक्युअर स्टोरेज. ओके, काय करतात जनरली, ते जे काय पर्टिक्युलर रेडिएशन सूट्स आहेत किंवा ते लॅबोरेटरी इक्विपमेंट आहेत ते आपण स्टोअर करतो अप टू दी 15 इयर्स. ओके, इन सिक्युअर स्टोरेज, म्हणजे जिथे व्यवस्थित स्टोरेज आहे तिथे आपण ते सिक्युअर करतो आणि त्याला व्यवस्थित पॅकेजिंग करून नॉर्मल वेस्ट सारखा आपण त्याला काय करतो, डिस्पोज करून शकतो. ओके, म्हणजे अप टू दी 15 इयर म्हणजे 15 वर्षापर्यंत ठेवायचं आहे का, नाही. जनरली अप टू दी 15 इयर्स म्हणजे त्याच्या नॉर्मली आपण कुठपर्यंतही करू शकतो. यू कॅन स्टोर इट फॉर 10 इयर्स, यू कॅन स्टोर इट फॉर 5 इयर्स, यू कॅन स्टोर इट फॉर 15 इयर्स. ओके, बट what happens, whatever the waste which are there, which are in this particular nuclear power plant is there, which is radiation suits or whatever the laboratory equipments are there, which are used in this particular nuclear power plant for the nuclear operation, that are normally stored, ते काय केले जातात, स्टोअर केले जातात एका सिक्युअर स्टोरेज मध्ये 15 वर्षापर्यंत. म्हणजे तुम्ही 5 पण वर्ष ठेवू शकता, 10 पण. आणि त्याच्यानंतर काय करतात, आपण जसं नॉर्मल वेस्ट आहे त्याला व्यवस्थित पॅकेजिंग करून ते काय केले जातात, नॉर्मल वेस्ट सारखे डिस्पोज केले जातात. ओके, इट इज डिस्पोज लाईक नॉर्मल वेस्ट. देन सी हिअर, बघा आता त्यात त्यांनी सांगितलंय कसं केलं जात आहे, इथं पण भरपूर पार्ट आहेत. ओके, आता जो दुसरा पार्ट आहे तो दुसरा पार्ट कुठला आहे, लो लेवल, मिडल लेवल अँड हाय लेवल वेस्ट. ओके, आता मिडल लेवल वेस्ट म्हणजे काय, सी, आता जी मिडल लेवल वेस्ट आहे त्यात बघा आपण काय म्हणतोय, द वेस्ट इज फर्स्ट एनकेस्ड इन अ रेझिन और अ कॉन्क्रीट and then sealed with the steel drums. ओके, जे मिडल लेवल वेस्ट आहे त्याला आपण काय करतोय, एनकॅस्ट करतोय, कशात भरतोय, कॉन्क्रीट मध्ये, आणि त्याच्यानंतर ते कशात सील करतोय, स्टील ड्रम मध्ये सील करतोय. देन these drums are then packed into concrete cask and placed into concrete trenches up to the 80 meters deep. म्हणजे कॉन्क्रीटचा आपण एक खड्डा करतोय 18 मीटर पर्यंत आणि ते आपण ट्रेंच करतोय, त्यात हे करतोय, काय म्हणतो त्यात आपण थोडक्यात ट्रेंचला आपण काय म्हणतोय, पुरतोय. when completely filled trenches are covered with the concrete slab, a layer of compacted clay and reinforced concrete instruction sheet and a finer layer of clay. म्हणजे त्याच्यामध्ये ते क्लेंच केल्यानंतर त्याच्यात आपण काय करतोय बघा, फिल्ड विथ कव्हर्ड विथ कॉन्क्रीट स्लॅब, कॉन्क्रीट स्लॅबचा लेअर टाकतोय, त्याच्यानंतर अ लेअर ऑफ कॉम्पॅक्टेड क्ले, मातीचा लेअर टाकतोय, त्याच्यानंतर रेनफोर्स्ड कॉन्क्रीट. ओके, रेनफोर्स्ड कॉन्क्रीट, आणि त्याच्यानंतर परत अजून काय करतोय, क्ले टाकतोय. म्हणजे बघा पहिल्यांदा जे मिडल लेवल वेस्ट आहे ते पहिल्यांदा आपण काय करतोय, कॉन्क्रीट मध्ये हे करतोय, एनकेस करतोय, त्याला ड्रमनी सील करतोय. तो जो काय ड्रम आहे त्याला काय करतोय आपण 18 मीटर पर्यंत आपण खड्डा खांदतोय, ते त्याच्यात पुरतोय, आणि त्याच्यानंतर व्हॉट इज गोइंग टू बी हॅपन देअर, त्याच्यानंतर त्याच्यावर कुठला लेअर लागतोय, कॉन्क्रीटचा लेअर लागतोय, त्याच्यानंतर क्लेचा लेअर ठेवतोय, रेनफोर्स सिमेंट कॉन्क्रीटचा लेअर, आणि त्याच्यानंतर परत अजून काय करतोय, वी आर गोइंग टू इन्सर्ट दी क्ले. असं आपण काय करतोय, वी आर गोइंग टू इन्सर्ट इन दिस, सॉरी just a minute, we are going to insert in this particular मातीत, म्हणजे आपण जमिनीत पुरतोय ते. ओके, this we are going to insert in this particular earth, but sometimes the depth is going to be increased up to the 100 meters also. ओके, समटाइम्स डेट इज गोइंग टू बी इन्क्रीज अप टू दी 100 मीटर. म्हणजे जे काय आपण 18 मीटर म्हणत होतो, जर खूपच रिस्की एलिमेंट असतील तर ते आपण काय करायचे, 100 मीटर क्लेंच करून पण आपण ते काय करतो, वी आर गोइंग टू डेप्थ. ओके, पहिल्यांदा बघा जे लो लेवलचे वेस्ट आहे आपण त्याला काय करतोय, जे काय लो लेवलचे वेस्ट आहे त्यांना आपण स्टोअर करतोय समथिंग इयर्स, आणि नॉर्मल सारखं डिस्पोज करतोय. जे मिडल लेवलचे वेस्ट आहेत त्यांना काय करतोय, एका कॉन्क्रीट मध्ये एनकेस करतोय. देन व्हॉट वी आर गोइंग टू डू, वी आर गोइंग टू सील इट विथ दी steel drums. Then what happens, we are going to make the trenches up to the 11 meter, and then we are going to paint it. We are going to increase the concrete slab, then a layer of clay, again reinforced with concrete and layer of clay, and that we are going to trench it into the particular 18 meters deep. म्हणजे खड्ड्यात ते आपण काय करतोय, पुरतोय. ओके. त्याच्यानंतर जे लास्ट आहे दॅट इज नथिंग बट दी हाय लेवल वेस्ट. हाय लेवल म्हणजे काय, ते एक्स्ट्रीमली रेडिओ ऍक्टिव्ह आहेत. ओके. आणि ते खूप वर्षापर्यंत राहणार आहेत. बघा, दी हाय लेवल वेस्ट आर एक्स्ट्रीमली रेडिओ ऍक्टिव्ह अँड they remains in the state of thousands of years. Okay, now see, the safe and stable storage of this type of waste is of a great concern. हाच खूप महत्वाचा पॉइंट आहे की whatever this radioactive waste are there, these are the extremely radioactive. Extremely radioactive means it is hazardous to the human being as well as it is hazardous to the environment. What we have to do, and whatever that particular radioactive waste are there, they are going to remain in the states for thousands of years. ते thousands of years तसेच राहत आहेत. त्यामुळे त्यांना सेफ डिस्पोज करणं, that is the great concern nowadays. Okay, that is concern nowadays. बघा, त्यात काय करतोय, the modern storage method include the यूज ऑफ दी ग्लास वॅट्रिफिकेशन. नाव आता या वॅट्रिफिकेशन मध्ये आपण काय करतोय बघा, दीज इन्व्हॉल्व्स द कंबाइनिंग ऑफ रेडिओएक्टिव्ह लिक्विड वेस्ट with a glass to form a solid compound. What happens, whatever this radioactive liquid waste is there, whatever the radioactive liquid waste is there, that is going to combine with the glass, and whenever it is going to be combined with the glass, a solid compound is going to be formed. Okay, whatever the radioactive waste, liquid waste is there, that is combined with the glass, and there is a formation of a solid compound. Then because of the solid nature of the waste, it is much less like to contaminate the surrounding area. Okay, आता ते solid waste झाल्यामुळे काय झालं, सॉलिड वेस्ट झाल्यामुळे काय झालं, इट विल नॉट गोइंग टू हॅझार्ड दी अदर एन्व्हायरमेंट. जर बघा तुम्ही आता जर एक सिंपल एक्झाम्पल घेतलं, आपल्याकडे एक मातीचा गोळा आणि एक पाणी आहे. ओके, जर तुम्ही ऑब्व्हियसली काय होणार आहे, जे काही पाणी आहे, तुम्ही जर असं एखादा मातीचा गोळा आहे त्याच्यात तुम्ही जर पर्टिक्युलर हॅझार्डस कंपाऊंड टाकले आणि पाण्यामध्ये जर हॅझार्डस कंपाऊंड टाकले, पाणी हे कुठून डिफरंट प्लेस मधून येते, त्याच्यात जर हॅझार्डस कंपाऊंड मिसळले तर भरपूर जणांकडे ते स्प्रे होते. पण त्याचाच एक मातीचा गोळा झाला तर तो काय होतोय, तेवढ्यापर्यंतच तो रिस्ट्रिक्ट राहतोय. म्हणून आपण हाय लेवल जे रिस्क आहेत, हाय लेवल वेस्ट आहेत, त्यांना काय करतोय, वी आर गोइंग टू कंबाईन दॅट रेडिओएक्टिव्ह वेस्ट विथ द ग्लास, आणि त्याच्यामुळे कंबाईन झाल्यामुळे काय होते, एक सॉलिड कंपाऊंड तयार होते. त्याच्यामुळं व्हॉट एव्हर दिस सॉलिड कंपाऊंड इज देअर, दॅट इज नॉट गोइंग टू कंटॅमिनेट द सराउंडिंग. कंटॅमिनेट म्हणजे काय, त्याला ते अफेक्ट करत नाही. ओके, कंटॅमिनेट, इट विल नॉट गोइंग टू अफेक्ट दिस पर्टिक्युलर सराउंडिंग एरिया. आणि त्याच्यानंतर आपण थोड्या वर्ष ठेवून ते काय करतो, आपण डिस्पोज करून टाकतो. ओके, म्हणजे 3 मेथड्स आहेत आपल्याकडे, 3 वेस्ट आहेत. न्यूक्लिअर, तुम्हाला बऱ्याचशा वेळा क्वेश्चन विचारला जाणार आहे, विच क्वेश्चन दे विल गोइंग टू आस्क, write short note on disposal of the nuclear waste and its environment effect. There are 3 types of this particular disposal waste, which is that for type low level, middle level, high level. लो लेवलचे आहेत त्यांना आपण काय करतोय, आपण नॉर्मल म्हणजे 5 ते 10 15 इयर्स पर्यंत त्याला स्टोरेज करून आपण जे नॉर्मल वेस्ट आहे त्याच्यासारखं आपण त्याला काय करतोय, डिस्पोज करतोय. जे मिडल लेवल वेस्ट आहे त्याला आपण काय करतोय, पहिल्यांदा एक डीप ट्रेंच करतोय, 18 मीटरचा खड्डा खांदतोय, त्याच्यानंतर त्याला कशात सील करतोय, कॉन्क्रीट आणि स्टील ड्रम मध्ये सील करून त्याच्यावर कॉन्क्रीट, त्याच्यानंतर क्लेचा लेअर टाकतोय. ओके, आणि त्याच्यानंतर जे हाय लेवल वेस्ट आहे त्याच्यामध्ये आपण काय करतोय, व्हॉट एव्हर दी रेडिओएक्टिव्ह लिक्विड वेस्ट त्याला कशासोबत कंबाईन करतोय, वी आर गोइंग टू कंबाईन विथ दी ग्लास टू फॉर्म अ सॉलिड कंपाऊंड. त्याला त्याच्यामुळे काय होणार आहे, एक सॉलिड कंपाऊंड तयार होणार आहे. and whatever that solid compound is there, that will not going to affect the environment. Okay, so these are the waste which is going to be produced in this particular nuclear power plant. Okay, तुम्हाला एमसीक्यू ला पण क्वेश्चन विचारले जाते, डिफरंट टाइप्स ऑफ द न्यूक्लियर वेस्ट, लो लेवल, मिडल लेवल, हाय लेवल. ओके, एव्हरीबडी गॉट दिस. आणि हा क्वेश्चन बऱ्याचशा वेळेला विचारला जातो एक्झाम मध्ये. इन व्हेरी ऑफ द टाइम एक्झाम दे विल गोइंग टू आस्क द क्वेश्चन दॅट राइट शॉर्ट नोट ऑन disposal of the nuclear waste and its environmental effect. How we are going to dispose, that I have already explained to you. Low level, middle level, and high level, what I can say, nuclear waste are there that we are going to dispose. Everybody got this? Disposal of nuclear waste and its environmental effect. Hello? Everybody got this one? Disposal of nuclear waste.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. See, now almost we have covered the chapter number 2. So I will revise it, what we have studied from this, what we can say, from the first day onward. Just I will take it back so that you will get it, understand. ओके, बघा आपण ह्या पर्टिक्युलर ह्याच्यामध्ये 3 पॉवर प्लांट बघितले. इन दिस पर्टिक्युलर लेक्चर वी हॅव सीन 3 पॉवर प्लांट्स. ओके, द फर्स्ट इज नथिंग बट दिस हायड्रो पॉवर प्लांट, थर्मल पॉवर प्लांट अँड दी न्यूक्लियर पॉवर प्लांट. हा खूप मोठा चॅप्टर होता. त्याच्यामध्ये आपण कन्व्हेन्शनल एनर्जी सोर्सेस, नॉन कन्व्हेन्शनल एनर्जी सोर्सेस म्हणजे काय बघितलं. वी हॅव सीन इट्स ऍडव्हान्टेजेस अँड डिसएडव्हान्टेजेस. Then we have started hydropower plant. We have seen the typical structure, typical layout of this particular hydropower plant. This is the typical layout of this particular hydropower plant. Okay, then we have seen different parts involved in this particular hydropower plant, which are nothing but the what is reservoir, dam, surge tank, penstock, powerhouse, and the prime movers. Okay, this is the typical. Then in every this we have studied the particular site selection criteria. Okay, which are the site selection criteria for this particular one? Which are the site selection criteria in order to choose the hydroelectric power plant? Availability of water, storage of water, cost and type of land, transportation facility, as well as the environmental effect. These are the different site selection criteria that which we have studied. Then we have classified the particular hydropower plant in 3 different ways, according to the availability of head, according to the nature of load, and then we have according to the quantity of water available. See, whenever they will ask, write or explain the classification of this particular hydropower plant, you have to write this, all these things. Okay, next we have discussed the different types of the turbine that which we are going to use in this particular what I can say, hydropower plant, impulse turbine and the reaction turbine. Then which are the types of that particular, which we have also seen. Impulse turbine we have seen. This is reaction turbine. Reaction turbine मध्ये 2 type आहेत, Francis turbine and the Kaplan turbine, that we have also seen. Then we have seen what is the stream flow. It is the measurement that how much amount of water is going to the river for a fixed period of the time. कशामध्ये मोजतो आपण, मीटर क्यूब पर सेकंड. त्याच्यानंतर हायड्रोग्राफ मध्ये काय स्टडी केलं, फ्लो ड्युरेशन कर्व मध्ये काय स्टडी केलं. त्याच्यानंतर हायड्रोलॉजी म्हणजे काय स्टडी केलं, आणि हायड्रोलॉजिकल सायकल पण आपण स्टडी केलेली आहे. दिस इज हायड्रोलॉजिकल सायकल, और यू कॅन कॉल इट इज नथिंग बट दी हायड्रोलॉजी. ओके, then we have studied the thermal power plant. Okay, thermal power plant आपण स्टडी केलेला आहे. We have gone through it, thermal power plant. Then we have gone through the typical structure of this particular thermal power plant. This is the typical structure of this thermal power plant. In that particular we have seen the first coal and ash handling arrangement. आपण coal and ash handling, this is the coal handling and this is nothing but the ash handling. Then we have studied different part, steam boiler काय, superheater काय, economizer, air preheater, steam turbine काय बघितलं, alternator आणि cooling arrangement. Okay, त्याच्यानंतर we have studied the site selection criteria for this particular thermal power plant. Supply of fuel, availability of water, transportation facility, cost and type of land, nearness to the load center and distance from the populated area. त्याच्यावर सुद्धा शॉर्ट नोट येऊ शकते, राईट शॉर्ट नोट ऑन कोल अँड ऍश हँडलिंग. ओके, देन वी हॅव सीन द न्यूक्लियर पॉवर प्लांट. ओके, in this particular nuclear plant basically two reaction has been involved. Which are the two reactions? Nuclear fission reaction and the nuclear fusion reaction. Okay, then we have seen the typical layout of this particular nuclear power station. What is going to be happen? Then we have seen what is the site selection criteria for this particular nuclear power station, and already I have told you this is very important as compared to the previous two power plant. Okay, then we have seen typical structure of the nuclear reactor. There are different type: fuel, moderator, reflector, control rod, coolants, radiation seal. And then we have studied different type: AGR, PWR, BWR. And at the last of this lecture we have gone through the how we are going to dispose this particular nuclear waste and what will be the its environmental impact, or what will be the its environmental aspects, that which we have seen. Okay, see, this is the very vast chapter. खूप वास्ट चॅप्टर आहे हा. ओके, प्रत्येक पॉवर प्लांट, हायड्रो पॉवर प्लांट, थर्मल पॉवर प्लांट आणि न्यूक्लिअर पॉवर प्लांट हे तिन्ही पॉवर प्लांट आपण स्टडी केलेले आहेत. दिस इज अवर सेकंड चॅप्टर. ओके, सो इन हा चॅप्टरचे नोट्स मे बी टुमॉरो और डे आफ्टर टुमॉरो आय विल प्रोव्हाइड द नोट्स ऑफ दिस चॅप्टर. ओके, and after the completion of this chapter within the next 2 or 3 days I will provide MCQ of also this chapter, no problem for that. And after that we will go for the test, second test of this particular chapter. Okay, now see, as our first section, this second chapter is only vast in our whole syllabus. Now in our third chapter 4 parts are there: solar power plant, diesel, wind. These are the basically 3 part, but these are not that much vast. म्हणजे ह्याच्यासारखं आपल्याला स्टडी करायचं नाही, आपल्याला त्याचं टिपिकल स्ट्रक्चर बघायचं आणि त्याचे साईट सिलेक्शन क्रायटेरिया. म्हणजे तुम्ही जर डिझेल पॉवर प्लांट घेतला तर त्याचं टिपिकल स्ट्रक्चर, साईट सिलेक्शन. सोलार पॉवर प्लांट टिपिकल स्ट्रक्चर, साईट सिलेक्शन. वाइंड घेतलं, वाइंड एनर्जी प्लांट टिपिकल स्ट्रक्चर, त्याचं साईट सिलेक्शन. So third chapter will not take that much time. Okay, but whenever you are considering into the second chapter, second section, chapter number 5th and 6th, both are also easy chapter. Four lectures chapter are there, but whatever the last chapter is there, no, 8th chapter, mechanical design of the overhead transmission line. This is also a very important and again vast chapter, and the very important chapter from the section second. Okay, so this whatever the vast chapter is there, we have almost covered. Chapter number second we have almost covered. Now nothing point is there remaining from this particular chapter number second. Okay, so maybe from next lecture onward, or maybe from next lecture, day after next lecture, we are going to directly start the chapter number 3. That is nothing but the, what we can say, whatever the base load power plant we have seen, now peak load power plant we will going to get. ओके, त्यामुळं ज्यावेळेस आपण नेक्स्ट चॅप्टर चालू करतोय, डिफिकल्ट काही नाहीये, फक्त बघायचं डायग्राम आणि त्याच्यावरून आपल्याला काय लिहायचंय, वी आर गोइंग टू राईट दिस पर्टिक्युलर एक्सप्लेनेशन. ओके, सो जस्ट वेट, आय विल टेक युअर अटेंडन्स. आणि अजून एक गोष्ट, जस्ट आय विल टेल यू,